Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shelsley Walsh, where we have everything from V8 to EVs running up the hill today.
This is the start line of the oldest motorsport venue in the world. There's the clue, look, Shelsley Walsh. Actually, it's the oldest motorsport venue in the world, still in use on the original course. But that doesn't sound as good as oldest motorsport venue in the world. 1,000 yards that way is the finish line. And I'm here to break a record. The number you have to keep in mind is 32.41.
Shelsley Walsh was first used in 1905. It's one of the narrowest and steepest hill climb courses in the country. So steep that power counts for more here than any other UK hill climb. The history here is extraordinary. The great Hans Stuck came to Shelsley Walsh with his 16-cylinder Auto Union Grand Prix car in 1936, while Stirling Moss won here in 1948, the same year that Murray Walker made his commentating debut at this very venue.
Oh my goodness, this is fantastic!
The outright record at Shelsley Walsh is 22.37 seconds, set by Sean Gould in this purpose-built hill climb car 3 years ago. I promise you this footage has not been sped up. But I'm not trying to break that record, of course not. I'm aiming for the estate car record for standard showroom models set in 2016 by an Audi RS6 Performance. To beat it, I'm going to need a very fast estate car indeed. Something like this maybe, a Porsche Taycan Turbo S Sport Turismo.
So there are 3 batches of cars today. I'm in a batch with a bunch of other road cars, but as you can see, there are lots of competition cars here as well. Some purpose-built modern hill climbing cars, but then we've got all these gorgeous 1960s, 1970s Formula 2 cars, lots of Lotuses here. They're just so pretty. Imagine spending your weekend driving an old Lotus Formula 2 car up a hill climb. It's just fantastic, isn't it?
The sights and sounds on a day like this at Shelsley Walsh are just so special. Old Formula 2 cars and specialist modern hill climb machines going hell for leather at the world's oldest motorsport venue. What a spectacle. And here I am in a near silent Porsche EV. I've got the car, but I've never competed in a hill climb before. Better get some practice in. The Taycan gets off the line unbelievably well, probably quicker than anything else here, but it's not such a spectacle. My first run was, well, hopeless. 4 seconds off the record I'm aiming for, but my second run was better, 3 seconds quicker than the first.
So I've had my first couple of practice runs. I'm still a couple of seconds off that record that we're aiming for, but I think I can go faster, so I'm not going to start panicking just yet. What I do now know is that this is not going to be very straightforward. When I first heard about this record and I knew what car I was driving, I thought, that'll be easy, these things are so fast. I've been looking at the numbers though, and this is going to sound like a racing driver's excuse, but I'm allowed 1, aren't I? This is not the facelifted Taycan. The new one, the brand new one, has up to 950 horsepower in launch control mode, but this is the pre-facelift car. So I've only got 750 horsepower in launch control mode, but away from that launch phase, I'm then down to about 620 horsepower. That RS6 that holds the record that we're going for has about 600 horsepower. So actually, I don't really have a power advantage once we're away from the line, and my car weighs 250, maybe 300 kilograms more. Point being, this is not going to be very straightforward.
This is the 2024 season opener at Shelsley Walsh. Race day is tomorrow. This is the official practice session, the first opportunity of the year to drive the track, your first chance to test whatever upgrades you've made to your car over the winter, or, for rookies like me, the first opportunity to get dialed in.
This guy in the purpose-built hill climb car told me that he's got about 460 horsepower and he's hoping to do a 23-second run today. That's 10 seconds faster than I'm aiming to go. That's unbelievable in such a short course. He did tell me, because this is the first time the course has been used this year, it's very green, so it's going to take some cleaning up from all the cars running up the hill before people are going to be able to post really quick times. So maybe we'll get even faster this afternoon.
It's not just purpose-built hill climb specials and old racing cars. Lots of people turn up in their road cars and seem to have the time of their lives. You don't need anything flash or powerful. A small hot hatch or a bargain sports car will do the job just fine. The entry fees are around £150 a day, and not everybody bothers with the Saturday. You don't need an expensive race licence either. Just pay Motorsport UK £78 for an RS Interclub licence, and away you go. No such thing as affordable motorsport? Rubbish.
Fourth practice run then. It's much warmer than it was this morning, 17.5 degrees. It was maybe 10 or 11 degrees when we started. Presumably that means there'll be a bit more grip. I think the hill, the course has been cleaned up throughout the morning. It was very, very dusty. No excuses for not going faster then, I suppose. Okay, I'm up next. So launch control, you need to be in Sport Plus. Press the brake pedal hard with your left foot. Flatten the accelerator pedal with your right foot. Off the brakes. Oh, it's so quick off the line. So quick. Stay right here, it's a brake. On the power early. This one's just a lift, and then back on the gas. That should be flat, but I'm not brave enough. Little lift, brake hard, braking too early there. Clip the curb, and then on the power early here. And then it's just a flat out sprint over the line. How fast are we over the line? Speedo says 104. Whew, but if that timing board is correct, that's the 31.89. That's the fastest an estate car has ever gone up this hill. Woo!
I managed 3 runs that afternoon that would be good enough to break the estate car record, but until I manage it in one of tomorrow's 2 timed runs, it won't be official. The Intercooler is so much more than just a YouTube channel. We have a popular weekly podcast available wherever you get your podcasts, and a multi-award-winning ad-free online car magazine on website and app. We publish the best stories daily by what we think is the finest team of automotive writers working anywhere in the world today. To see why the Intercooler has won a bunch of awards, click the link on screen or in the description to start your 30-day free trial.
See the tyres on the roofs of these sheds? That's a clever little hill climbing trick, right? They're not allowed to use tyre blankets, tyre warmers. So on a sunny day, they put their tyres up there because the roofs gather the heat of the sunlight and goes into the tyres. That's a proper little trick, that. It's race day here at Shelsley Walsh. This is the day that matters. It's much cooler this morning, several degrees cooler. And the track is super slippery. I've got 2 practice runs this morning before my 2 timed runs after lunch, and I've just had my first practice run, and it was terrible. It was really slow, there was no grip. For the first time, the car actually sort of snapped on me in the first corner. It's a lot busier today, loads more cars here on the competitive day. Yesterday turned out to be quite good actually. At lunchtime, I walked the hill with an expert who gave me some pointers, and it kind of came together after that. I realized 3 crucial things. The bottom half of the course is really split into 3 sections, 3 corners. The first one is a brake. The second one is a lift. The third one is flat. And when I realized that, it just came together beautifully, and I knocked seconds off my time. I actually got underneath the record that we're aiming for, that 32.41 seconds set by that RS6. I got underneath it 3 times yesterday. So I can do it, the car can do it, but until we do it in the time sessions this afternoon, it's not official. So there's nothing in the bag yet. And based on that first run this morning, it's still not going to be straightforward.
My final practice run was slower than the existing estate car record, so I just don't know if I'll manage to beat it today. I have 2 timed runs to get the job done.
Right, on the start line, timed run, a competitive run. This is the one that counts. Let's see what we can do. 31.99. That's the estate car record officially in a timed run. Woo! It's not as fast as I've been, but that's the record. We've got one more run. So let's see how low we can get the bar.
Here it is then, one last run, one final opportunity to set the fastest time I can. I was worried before the previous run, but with the record in the bag, the pressure is off. I'm relaxed, and that makes all the difference. In hill climbing, the clock starts running when you break the first timing beam. You don't have to go the instant the light turns green. Better to slow it all down and take your time. It's warmer now, so I'm expecting there to be more grip. I can feel it in the launch, no wheel spin, just sudden, urgent acceleration. That gives me the confidence to brake later into the first corner, where I can feel even more grip. And already I know this will be my fastest run all weekend. By the second corner, I'm already 0.2 quicker than my personal best, committing harder to each corner, flat out through the third of the 3 quick left-handers. I have my best run through the S's, confidence soaring, the pressure off, and then it's just a flat-out blast to the line.
Woo! 31.43. I knew that one would be better. I knew being relaxed, already having it in the bag would make the difference. And it did. Done. Done. Fastest run was my last run. That's the way it should be, isn't it, really? So I think we took just about a second off the record, the estate car record. I think we've probably set a new EV production car record. I think we were fastest of all the EVs here, all 3 of the EVs here. But I want to have a look at the times and see how the other road cars compared, because I don't know which road cars were faster today. So I'm going to have a little snoop and see if I can find out. This shows all the cars, all the fastest runners. And when you start at the top of the list, you've got Gould, you've got Force, you've got Gould, OMS, Force, Jedi. Those are all purpose-built racing cars. Those are the really, really quick ones. And then here, you've got Dan Prosser, Porsche Turbo S Turismo. So we're mixing it with all these race cars. I mean, they're quicker. But we were the fastest road car today, and the fastest electric car, and the fastest estate car.
This is such an absorbing form of motorsport because there really is no margin for error, meaning you get a real buzz from it, and it's so satisfying to chip away at your own best time. But in 2 days, I drove for just over 5 minutes. If time behind the wheel is what matters to you, you'll need to look elsewhere.
Job done. All credit goes to this extraordinary car. The power, the traction, the grip, the body control, given the size and the weight of the thing, just extraordinary. Final word though, for this place, Shelsley Walsh. It's an amazing hill climb course. It's so fast, so committed, so much fun to drive, but the whole place is just sort of dripping in character. The history seeps out of every brick. It's amazing. You should really come here. And if you do come here, maybe bring an estate car and maybe see if you can do better than a 31.43.